So it should be loading back up now on Twitch, YouTube, and all that. Hello everyone, sorry about that. Trying to sort something out. How much is your insurance for sole trade operator license? It depends, mate. There's too many variables. You have to just shop about. You have to just shop about, matey. Is it worth doing Uber in Warrington? Only you can tell, mate. Go and try it out. Just careful because Warrington has got Uber operator's license. Yeah. So Warrington has got an Uber operator's license. So gotta be careful on that one. Right. I think we should be kicking back up. I had to restart the stream, guys, because some reason it just cut out on YouTube and Twitch. It all cut out. So I just restarted the stream. One sec. Sorry, 2 secs. Wake up. Twitch is back. Thanks, Martin. I've got a job at 12 and I can't get in touch with the driver. Ah, right. Time for likes and follows, guys. Twitch is back. Is YouTube back? I'm back, Andy. Thank you, mate. Martin, it cuts at 59. 59, 59. I don't know why, though. Yeah, it's back on live now. YouTube's back, baby. Look at that. Come over on YouTube or Twitch. They did a 1 hour video. Yeah, I don't know why they done it though. Hello, Raf. Hello, man. Thanks for coming back. The special secret guest, who half the people already know who it is, should be coming online soon. So have to like some follows on Facebook. Much appreciated. Thank you, Joe. So how's everyone doing on this fine Monday morning? Yeah, so I nearly said his name. The secret, hey, the secret guest is coming soon. Oh God, yeah, I got a job in Birmingham at like 12:30, and the drivers they're asking like any updates on the driver, and I think the driver's contacting them, but I can't get through to the driver. Is it really, Rav? It's Blue Monday today. It's the day of the year when most people feel the most down. Time to follow Simon. Time to like some follows on Twitch, TikTok. Don't forget, guys, come over to Twitch and YouTube because we're gonna go have the special guest live soon. Yeah, I don't know. It's a Blue Monday. It's the day of the year when most people feel most down. Interesting. Have to like some follows, guys. Yeah, I think he said around 10 to. I think he said about 10 to 5 to. He said when he'll be ready. Depends if his lesson overruns. Yeah, nice one, guys. Any minute now. Trying to hear from his drivers, doing me head in. Very distracting. Yes. Yes, thank you for the follows and the likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what are we on now? Where are we up to now? Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitch Live, Kick Live, everyone live? So there's 14 viewers on them and 30 on TikTok. So we have 45 viewers all waiting for the live guest to turn up. Yeah, so what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try and back my best to get a live guest on. Maybe once a stream, maybe. Could get two a stream on. I could mix it up a bit. Just mix up the content as well. And sometimes me being in here on my own, it's hard to run the show. It's boring as well. You're taking on drivers from West Midlands. No, mate, I'm sorted for now. Got plenty of drivers. There's hardly any work, mate, and it's January. Don't be taking more drivers on when I don't need to. So look at Twitch. Let me just check the socials. Twitch is definitely online, isn't it? So Twitch is live. Kick's live. Facebook's live. We're ready to go, baby. Time to follow Pato. Much appreciated. Andrew should come on. He's given us loads of clues. Name begins with M and is waiting for his lesson to end. Has he landed his plane yet? Oh, Andy, 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 Andy. Yeah, it's Mick, if anyone's wondering. So I don't know if you watched the podcasts a while back. I had Mick and Mark on the podcast. And Mick is left the taxi trade and become a driving instructor. So we're going to get Mick on for an hour or whatever and see what's the driving instructor trade's like. Is he happy doing it? How's it compared to the taxis? So if you're interested, guys, come over to Twitch, YouTube. Get a big full screen of the event. He'll be here any minute now. How are we, guys? Yeah, it's time to follow, time for the likes. Yeah. Uber, yeah, it will be dead in January, mate. Always is dead. Always is dead in January, mate. Unfortunately, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. It should pick up around Mother's Day, something like that. Mm, if you get up at right time in the morning, you have plenty of work. Well, it depends Mohammed, it depends where you live as well, mate. It depends where you work. Depends where you live, doesn't it? Every area is different. Every area is different. Every area's got is better of a morning. There's some places that are really good on the nights, awful on the nights. So I mean, some places close at 11 p.m. and nothing happens till the following morning. Some places are open all night. So it just depends on everything, mate. What's the latest with the strike? What strike? Jim, what's happening, mate? What's the work been like over the weekend? I never bother working. I've just heard it's generally quiet, mate, but it's the time of year, mate, innit? I haven't worked myself. Shut up, man. I think he's in. I think he's in there anyway. Let me just WhatsApp him. Let me have a look. I think he's here. Rick, I don't know if you can hear me. You ready? Thumb up. I haven't injected you in the stream yet. I can see your cam now, but no one else can. You ready? Sad. I'm gonna throw you in now. I think there's a delay in the stream as well, Mick. So your face not might not show straight away. Right. I think you're in. Mick, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, lad, how are we?
How's it going?
Yeah. Was it fruit shoot you're drinking?
Fruit shoot, man, yeah.
Fruit shoot?
I've still got a bit of water, actually. I normally drink water, but I thought I'd run out, but I haven't.
Little fancy the little fruit shoot, did you?
It was just what was in my car from Mackey's last night, from the kids.
Was it, yeah? Hey, what happened with Fingering? Why you currently got a spare hour? What happened with that?
Just a cancellation, basically.
Was it, yeah? And then what
Yeah,
happened? Do you still get paid or not?
he cancelled on Friday for Monday, so no. Anything within 48 hours is the policy.
Is it?
Yeah. So obviously the gap's been there for people to take, but no one's took it, unfortunately. So
yeah. So if you don't know Mick's story, by the way, Mick used to be a taxi driver, airport transfers mainly and stuff, and then he's got onto the driving instructor game. So Mick, just give a quick synopsis, lad, or what's the process of getting to where you are now? Like, what's the steps?
it's quite long-winded, to be fair, when you think about it. I've answered, believe it or not, I've had emails from, the video we done with a mock test, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple of emails off people from that asking the process and stuff. So your first port of call it's kind of similar to the taxi badge. You need to go and get your DBS, go and do your document things at the, verify yourself and everything at the post office like you would do for your taxi badge. Register yourself with the DVLA that you want to be a driving instructor. If you've got anything on your DBS, you need to explain it to the registrar, as they call it. But if you're nice and clear, you'll get accepted anyway. First, then you've got to do pretty much like a driving test. You've got to do a theory, then a practical. But then the difference you've got is you've got a final test at the end. Once you've done your first part 1 and part 2, you can apply for a trainee driver license, driving instructor license. But to apply for that, you've got to have 40 hours of training to be able to qualify for that trainee license. When you're on a trainee license, you can be and you can act like a normal driving instructor.
Wow.
You can get your car, you get your thing, you start teaching people for money, blah, blah, blah. They last for 6 months. Because of the backlog in lesson tests and everything at the moment, they are given up to 2 trainee licenses out. So if you don't have a test within the 6 months, which is your part 3 test, you reapply for another 6 months. You get 3 attempts at every test. If you fail your part 3 on your 3rd attempt, you've got to go all the way back to your theory.
Stop it.
And start again. Yeah. If you part 2, which is your practical driving test, if you fail that on your 3rd, you've got to go back and do your theory again. Lucky enough for me, I passed my theory first time.
Nice.
My practical driving, I passed second time.
Okay.
And then my part 3, final one, I passed first time.
It's not lad. Look at you, it's professional.
So it was just me.
Flexing, by the way.
It was just me bad habits of a taxi driver that let me down, and me practical for going first time all around.
I was just going to say, like, it took me 6 times to pass my normal driving test, so you're doing well to passing your driving and stuff, the test, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not easy.
No.
It's not easy. Even the job itself, it's not easy. I'm not gonna lie. Like it is tough.
Do you miss the cabs?
No, not really.
No.
No. Maybe a little bit of the flexibility.
Yeah.
Tiny little bit.
Sometimes if you get up in the morning, you just go, I can't be arsed, but you've got to get up and go.
I've got to go. I've got lessons booked in, haven't I? I mean, don't get me wrong. I could message my pupils and just go cancel today. I can't do it, but
yeah, but
you're damaging your reputation, then, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you, it's a long process.
How much was it? Start?
Total cost of it all. I was just going to get to that. The total cost of it all probably costs about $4,000.
Right.
Because I paid. You can get cheaper ones out there, but I didn't go for the cheapest option. I paid for my 40 hours.
Is that better?
I paid 55 quid an hour.
For 40 hours?
For me, 40 hours, 55 quid an hour.
So
that's your biggest.
That's about 2,200 quid.
Yeah, but once you've got your trainee license, you've got to have an additional 20 as well with your instructor to be able to go for your Part 3 test.
So start to finish, ballpark, we want me being nosy. If you want to be a driving instructor and you start the process today, how much will it to get to your point now? How much will it cost you about?
Ballpark figure $4,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the worst part is the part about it, most of that money is spent before you get to your Part 3.
Oh, mate, that's expensive.
So you can spend that money and then still not pass out fully at the gamble.
Yeah, that's the thing as well, is you could be $4,000 in your debt and then you fail. That's it. You're done. You're not a driving instructor.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Because I know a lot of taxi drivers, don't they? They love the driving elements of the driving, and so when they look for a new job, because they don't like the cabs or Uber, they look for another driving job, don't they? So it's either normally buses, HGVs, or
delivery drivers.
Delivery drivers or driving instructors. But I'm guessing the driving instructor sounds the hardest and the most expensive. Probably other than the HGVs.
Yeah, and I think that, to be totally honest, I'm happy the way it is because it kind of protects the trade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the reason why the taxi trade just got flooded was because it was too easy to get to get a badge.
Yeah.
Same as an operator's license. The reason why tons of operators now on the road is because it's too easy to get one.
Yeah, 100%. You hit the nail on the head. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
As well, though, hey, obviously, I think Wolverhampton now stepped its game up a bit. But originally, mate, it was when they first started launching it. It was like people driving down, doing a day course, weren't they, and all that, and then driving back with a badge type of vibe. It was like an all-in-one day package. I'm pretty sure it was right at the start. Do you know what I mean? Or something similar to that. Like it was really, really, really easy. So what you're trying to say is, But the thing is, we're carting people round. It should be a job that should be restricted somehow. Look at the difference between my test and your test. And you're driving people learning to drive. I get that. But taxi drivers are transporting people.
Transporting people in the car, yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And we've got like a really easy test.
Yeah.
And when some councils...
I totally agree. It should be harder for the taxi driver. Or just on the same level, at least.
Yeah. Or something like Liverpool Council's badge across the board. Do you know what I mean? Like a little bit of general knowledge, a little bit of basic English. Just make it a little bit harder, innit? Just a little bit harder, just for
Yeah.
like, do you know what I mean? Just not the like easiest
The
people to
fact that
pass through.
the fact that councils actually scrapped it and just basically said, you know how to operate a sat nav is ridiculous. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I know
Like,
some councils still have a driving test, don't they? Like Sheffield does.
yeah,
Carlow.
Sheffield. I feel Sheffield, from what I've gathered, Sheffield is probably the most, from what I know of. I don't know about, maybe London might be a little bit hard, but outside of London, Sheffield is really protected. Even on their operators' side of things, what I've gathered, because their prices for operators' license is astronomical.
Everything about their council is expensive. 5 year age limit for a new car replacement is crazy.
Yeah,
They have to do a physical driving test plus all the other tests. Took Kyle nearly
yeah,
12 months to get his badge and everything else. And then you can go and get a badge
yeah,
somewhere else for like 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
yeah. I do. From what I've gathered and what I've been told from different councils, Sheffield has been the most strictest, I think.
100%, mate. And that's why they're looking at bringing in that national standard, aren't they? That's how they think they're going to fix cross-border hiring. Is they're going to
Yeah.
bring the national
What's
standards in.
TFL?
What?
What's their process? I don't even know TFL's process.
I think TFL is quite tough. I think TFL is like similar to Liverpool, but harder. Do you get me? You got all your
Yeah.
maths and English. You got like your general knowledge, street knowledge. Ben, I think Ben's in the chat. Ben, let us know what the TFL is like, lad. Let me just go through this comments a quick, Mick, because it's all your Mick fan club out the YouTube, out the WhatsApp chat. Let's have a look. We need another strike, 135 quid last Monday, 5 till 9 a.m. Do you reckon the strike made that much difference, mate? Yeah. Mick live from the office. Team Mick. Hi, Mick. Nice to see Mick dressing from the bargain bin at Bernardo's. That was Martin now. Mick is very, very old
Man,
compared to
what
Matty. I think a
the
50-year-old Mick.
50-year-old man?
What? I know you're suave, and you're looking very wintry. You
Yeah, I
got
mean,
bad YouTube's back.
that's just to ride me fucking Alman haircut. That
Or have you got your ADR receding? M&M head.
yeah, it's receding. Fucking McDonald's brain. Oh,
Mate, I'm grown. Because obviously at our age, you lose your hair. I'm not losing it, it's just going grey. So I started watching Yellowstone and stuff. And in the cowboys and that, and I've started growing my beard. I feel a bit more cowboy-y, so I've started to grow it.
I'd feel, I'd probably rather go grey than fucking lose the front.
Yeah. I'll be honest, if I had to choose between grey and bald, I'd choose grey, like, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, I'd rather go grey like than lose me. Yeah,
Yeah. It's hard getting old, mate. So what's the how's work going this week? Are you fully booked for the week or what?
yeah, I am pretty much. I've got two more today. I've done one this morning. See, this is the thing. I was speaking to another couple of lads on the weekend. I went and seen the lads that are doing work for M&L and the lads who are managing M&L and stuff. I was speaking to them and I was like, if you manage your diary good enough, and because the way the trade is with the driving instruction, the cancellations don't bother me. Like, I can live comfortably doing 3 lessons a day, but I set my diary up to do 4 a day.
Okay, so if you lose one lesson, you're still on your
If
I'm comfortable living. What would be your
I'm
bare
over
minimum?
me
Like if you
comfortable
go to
living
like
and just losing
what would be
anything
your
over
bare minimum?
4 or 5 cancellations in a week, then it starts to like, I'll be a little bit peed off, but I don't never normally get over 5 cancellations in a week. It's very
Right,
rare you reach 5.
I've got a question for you. So Mick owns his own airport company, right? And he used to have dibs on the jobs. So you think he's a busy airport guy, busier than most? Weren't you, Mick? Yeah. Do you
I
think?
was busy enough, yeah.
Do you think you're earning more now or less as a driving instructor, or at least profiting more or less?
I'm gonna say I'm definitely earning more doing this.
Okay. How about your expenses? How do
Yeah,
they compare? Because I haven't got a clue about expenses on the driving instructor.
it's
You know the
similar.
taxis a lot.
It's similar. Your diesel's hell of a lot less. Well, your petrol, diesel. I'm in a petrol hybrid.
Yeah.
That's hell of a lot less. I probably spend 40, 50 quid a week doing driving instructor.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you a little insight. I've done. My car was brand new when I got it. Had 400 miles on the clock, just delivery mileage. Back in June 24th, I had my car delivered, and I am now on 11,500 miles
What? Some
in
drivers are doing
6 months.
some drivers are doing that in a month and a half, aren't they?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's, you're looking, what, 25,000 a year you probably do as a driving instructor mileage wise.
What about like insurance and stuff? Is it that expensive?
Insurance is set rate. The most you'll pay is 150 a month.
It's not bad at all, really.
150 a month, and then I pay. Well, I get my car, I lease my car, and I get my insurance in with it, and I pay 665 quid a month.
So that's like your settle card, innit? So let's compare that
So
to a
that's,
taxi. So if you settle a
yeah,
taxi, it's £1,000 a month in it with insurance.
yeah,
And you'll get a driving instructor car settled for six what?
665.
Wow, that's good, that, isn't it?
And that's a brand new car as well. That's a 74 plate that I'm in. Do you know what I mean?
That's good, that, isn't it? So yeah, so the
So
expenses seem a hell of a lot less as well, don't it?
expenses are a bit less. No, like 665 quid to 950, what you will get on a settle car. Yeah, it's 300 quid. It's a nice chunk, nice saving. You've
And your
still got your
fuel and everything.
franchise fees
Oh, okay, go on.
as well. So you got your franchise fees, which if you work for a company, which I do, you pay them 80. Well, I pay 85 a week. There's some out there that are only charging £50 a week.
So what's 85 there? So
Um,
170, 340 plus your six. So you're on similar to a settle of a taxi then, aren't you? You're close to 900 quid a month then, aren't you?
yeah, obviously you still got to look at Uber takes their cut as well. Uber and Alpha to charge you their radio settle. So it's still
Is that your commission? Technically, is that your
that's like
settle?
that's my yeah. It's like your
Yeah,
radio
yeah,
settle
yeah.
to your taxi company.
It's £5, it's cheap then, isn't it?
So 85 a week. But there's some out there, mates. That I think that's there's some out there like I know. I don't want to name drop, but I know that there's an upcoming driving school that are only charging 50 a week.
Wow. Are you thinking
The,
about changing ship or what?
no, because my diary is full and I'm not struggling for work, so I'm happy to pay.
Mick's gone. What's that? Is my mic bad? Change. Let me go through the comments. You'll rejoin. It happened before. Wait there. Hello, you're back again.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah,
Come on, mate. I think you're disconnected. Come on. What are you saying?
yeah. So my diary's full, and I never have a problem getting any pupils if I want any more. So the way I look at it, I'm paying 85 a week, the exclusive rate, but I'm getting me value for what I'm paying for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know a lad who drives or works for the lad who's charging 50, and he's struggling to get pupils off him.
Right. Okay, I get you. So it all
So
depends as well on what you
it's
sign
like
up to.
yeah, it's kind of like we don't have it. You don't really have it in the taxi trade. Most settles are the same price, but different companies you work for, like for instance, one call is not as busy as Alpha. Maybe they should be charging less settle, and that's the way it is with instructors, as driving schools.
So if
If
you
they haven't got much to give you, they'll charge you less a week.
if you get more people, um, from the company, they kind of charge you more.
You kind of get more because the reputation's better and they're able to fill your diary quicker and better. That's the way it
Okay.
seems. Like I say, I've only ever worked for one company, so I could be totally wrong. But from what I'm gathering and what I'm gauging on, is one lad who pays 50 a week struggles to get pupils every now and then, but I pay 85 a week, and I can go and get 10 more pupils tomorrow if I wanted it.
Yeah. Let me just 1 sec. People over the comments. So what's going on with the microphones, guys? Before I continue on, so I've dropped mix volume a touch, and then I had mine quite high, which has probably caused distortion. So I've dropped my mic down. Do me and Mick sound okay now? Oh yeah, wait there, Ben. I make TFL as a topographical test on a computer, a Saru test, and an English test.
You know, what's topographical?
I think that's like a local knowledge test. Mix loud and
Yeah,
echoes. Mick, have you got the stream live? Have you got the stream loud, live on the tablet? The volume on?
no, no, but I am only on my phone, aren't I? So
Yeah. Like I said, mate, this is a learning curve. You're the first live person in the car, like so. I want to make sure. So,
yeah,
which school are you with, Mick?
I drive for Ashley Neal, work for Ashley Neal.
Actually, oh yeah, I recognise that one. Is that one of the biggest in the? Would you say that's the biggest? Was that like? How would you compare in driving
I don't
schools?
think no, I don't think he's the biggest. He's not a national. Like you got your national ones like Bill Plant, AA, um, Red is another big national one. Um, One thing I would advise anyone that's thinking about it or wants to go and do it is stay away from your national schools. I was advised to do so,
Yeah.
to do like stay away from the national schools. So I can't really tell you what it is actually like going through a national school. I just been told bad things, so I stayed away from them. I almost did put 2.5 grand down with the big national school. Um, they're very how can I put it? Attractive in a
Yeah.
way to go to them and do it. But what I've been told is about your training and everything, it's not on the same level as going with someone private. You could be sitting in the car with 2 or 3 people and one instructor, whereas
Oh.
this job personally requires one-on-one. Training wise, anyway, definitely requires
So
soul.
does the training differ depending on who you go with and stuff?
What I've been told, yes, I've been told that you could be like there could be one trainer to two trainee driving instructors or three because you're all sitting in the car and he's training us.
Okay. Not
But
that.
you're not getting that full interaction of a one-to-one rather than on a 3-and-1 or 2-and-1. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
And then you kind of lessen your chances of actually learning properly and passing out on that part three. And it's kind of why they're able to charge a little bit less for your courses. Drive was the one I was gonna nearly stepped in and went with. They were wanting 2,400 for the whole thing,
Yeah.
where I ended up paying 4 grand.
Ah, okay. I get you now.
That's what I mean by they're attractive because. But the beauty of where I paid 4 grand and I could have paid 2.5. The 2.5 would have been laid out there, then gone, big chunk. Where I've paid 4 grand over a 18-month period, I've paid on the go. So I didn't really feel it as throwing 2.5, 3 grand out.
I just don't get if the end game is to become a driving instructor, why does the training and the cost differ? Is that because just like going with a different council to get your private hire badge, is it?
Yeah, kind of. But like I've said, if they're doing 2-on-1 training or 3-on-1 training, they can afford to charge less because they're only paying one instructor to teach 3 people. Where the privates like Ashley Neal or Roland and all the private ones, they're just teaching 1-on-1. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. So they're
So they've
splitting the
got
fees. They're splitting the fees
three,
across multiple
three or
people.
2 people in the car are paying 2.5 grand for the course, but the company only has to pay one instructor to teach
And
three
that's how it
people rather
differs.
than
So you were
that's
getting
how they
more
can.
private
That's why
training.
these national companies can do what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? Whereas the private lads, they need their wage for the time that you're with them. You're not splitting it with another pupil in the back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I get you. Yeah, that sounds mad, that though. But you know what
Yeah,
though,
it's
mate? It does.
crazy. Like
What?
it is crazy, but definitely you need to spend your money wisely. If you really wholehearted in it, and like I say, it's a big gamble, 4 grand, and then you don't get through your test because your training's been shite. Do
Mm.
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, wait there, lad. The topographical map test is 90 minutes and 25 questions. Which school are you with, Mick? He's already answered that before. Ashley Neal, change. One-on-one driving instructor training is definitely recommended. Cheers, mate. Did you not consider going solo and doing this on your own? Why don't you go independent?
Who, me?
Well, it's not going to be me, is it? Yeah. So
Why do I?
why
It's.
didn't you go solo and doing this on your own? Like when you go independent.
I think I know what he means. Why don't I not pay the franchise fees and just get my own pupils, which I can do.
Can you
But
do this now? Can you be like mixed driving school?
yeah, I can put a board on top of my car and do, for instance, M&L driving school.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is the end game.
Well,
That is the end game. But
you got to build your rep up
I've got
first,
to
haven't you?
build a
Build your client up.
reputation, haven't I? Like I've get people now stopping me in the street. I get people on Facebook messaging me saying, have you got space?" So it it's not a million miles away, but I'm only 6 months in, and really I need to build up a client base to be able to go right. Okay, I'll stop paying me franchise fees now and not get any pupils from anyone.
Well, you know
It's
what
a
that
big
is?
step.
The legend
It's
on
a big
TikTok.
step in it.
Oh, mate, it's the fear. Like any company, any business. Me mate does like landscaping, works for the company, does landscaping on a weekend, and I say to him, when you step
Yeah,
up on your own, do you know what I mean? And make do, you know what I mean? It's just the fear of doing that and
yeah,
losing that like reoccurring security and income. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
But you know how? Go on.
It's like when the taxi firms wouldn't let you go to Uber and work Uber.
And you're gonna burn your bridges with them to start a new thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna like when Delta was saying if you caught working Uber as well, you'll never get back on our set. Blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean? It's like making that big step of are they better over there? Is it better over there? But right now, I'm only 6 months in. I've probably took about 20 people to test, if if that. Do you know what I mean?
How many's passed?
And that's where you get your reputation as well. As once you get someone through a test and they've passed, that person then goes tells their friends.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're not going to get that. Well, you do sometimes if you're a nice instructor. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You just got to you just got to build your
Um,
rep up, haven't you? Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
So
How many have you passed now to date?
up to date, I think I've got about this is a ballpark figure, probably about 14, 16 through
Right,
past.
yeah. So there's 16
Yeah,
people driving on the road right now being taught by Mick.
yeah, roughly.
Man, that's sound, that when you think about it, isn't it?
Yeah, roughly, maybe a little bit less, but roughly around that's a ballpark. Do you know what I mean?
As long as you don't see any of them crashing or doing anything mental while you're driving on the streets, like.
I haven't bumped into any of them yet. I have had a few. I've had a few pictures sent to the new car I've bought and stuff.
Have you, huh?
Yeah, but I haven't actually bumped into them on the road. That's one thing I am waiting for.
Yeah. Imagine crashing into someone. Maybe, hey, you know what I was going to ask you? So you know Danny, famous TikTok
Yeah,
driving school scouser. He
yeah,
does all the social media stuff, so I'm guessing his driving school would be busy because of the social
yeah.
media stuff, right? He'd be
And he's
jam-
solo as well. He does, as far as I'm aware, he doesn't pass any work out.
Yeah, so what I was going to say to you, wouldn't you go down a route of going down a social media route and using that to build up your client base for when you go private? So start filming and doing social media now, and then 6 months you've got 10,000 followers, blah 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 blah. Then you go
It's
on your own and start accepting your own bookings.
imagine it's the only thing that's twisting my arm to actually like. It's the only attractive thing about making content about what I'm doing is that it's advertising. That's the only attractive thing about getting onto a social media and making videos
What do you mean you
is
don't
because
want
I
to do it?
know it'll generate work.
Yeah,
And that's the only thing. Not even the fact that you can be paid for making these contents or through ads and what all that. It's not even the fact of that.
that's what I mean.
It's the only it's the only thing that is making it attractive. Everything else that comes with it, I just is overwhelming for me to is outruling that. I can't be bothered editing the videos. I can't be bothered acting for the camera. I can't be bothered answering comments. I can't be bothered being consistent with it. I just honestly, mate, everything
Lad,
else is just
lad, I'll be honest with you right now. Hey, I've got a little bit of experience in it, and it's a pain in the ass. It's proper pain in the ass. It is like
exactly.
a
Do you
hound,
know what I
like
mean?
7 days a week.
I just like I can't be bothered with it. If I could pay, I, it'll cost me a fortune, but I'd rather pay someone to do it. Do you
What,
know
like
what
a
I
little
mean?
fella just to sit on the dashboard with a little camera?
Oh, do you know, mate, I'll gladly take the USB out of me dash
Camera.
cam and give him that. I'm not that lazy. Do you know what I mean? But
So I'd love to see you on the social media, make little updates like that, teaching little students how to drive and that. Do you know what I mean? Because in the end, content. See, the way I see content, I don't see content. I don't see content like you. I don't do content to get paid by views and stuff like that because there's hardly any money in it. It gets cut down
yeah.
loads. You know what I mean? It's no one there full time
I'll
income.
I'll tell you another big downfall as well, and I hope that even if Danny ends up watching this or seeing it, don't take it to heart, mate. But I feel like I don't want to end up like that. I don't want to be a person that's acting for the camera.
Yeah,
Um, and I don't know whether Danny does or whether he's just putting it first or what. But I feel like sometimes when I watch his content, he's more concentrating on making content than actually teaching the pupil in the seat.
I get you. I get you. Yeah,
And if I don't want if Danny ends up seeing this or whatever, I don't mean it to heart. That's just my opinion,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to end up down or being that route. You know what I mean?
So what you're saying is where like you'd film yourself being a driving instructor for the interest of people learning how to do it or learning to drive and that element of it. But you don't want the
Yeah,
element of like arguing out the window and stuff like that, do you mean? And like,
yeah. I don't want to. I don't want to provide content for that. For and I feel like that's something that you may have to do.
in
Do you
the
know
end,
what I
mate,
mean?
the views are. This is why I've probably gone so steadily slow because I'm not controversial. I don't pick fights. I just share a bit of
Yeah,
information, and it's a very small niche. Do you know what I mean? If I
Yeah.
started being a bit more prerogative and slagging people off, and like, imagine me coming on a video and going, "Ah, oh, you dirty Uber drivers! Ah, every time we get in the car, you stink." Oh, mate, I'd go
Yeah.
viral and all, but I'm not going to be doing that because I don't mind Uber drivers, the grafters, like, do you know what I mean? But like the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
point of it is though, there's different styles of content, and you're exactly right. You want if you do it, you're gonna go down the route of you're wanting to be like an
See, my
educational.
content will be just basically the camera's a fly on the wall. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna act for the camera. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
create content by doing road rage or beefing at other road users or things like that. And I've drove for 18, 20 years of my life. I'm too long in the tooth to to get irate about someone that cuts in front of me or
yeah,
beeps me laner behind, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's the way I teach my pupil is just make it a non-event.
So completely
Just
ignore that.
forget about it.
Yeah.
Put it at the back of your mind and carry on.
Because
And that's the way I teach as well.
does that happen a lot? So you know what, you're not really out on lesson. Do you ever get like
Yeah.
aggro drivers?
No, not tons. No.
But you I mean like people beeping you, move out the way.
I've, yeah, we get the beep here and there of like hurry up type of thing. Do you know what I mean? Or if they've stopped at a roundabout when they shouldn't, they'll get a little beep off people. But no, it's not
Nothing else too bad.
extreme. It's it, if we had to put a weekly amount on it, probably 5 a week.
Oh wow, I didn't think it would have been that. Really? Yeah, 5 a week.
Top end. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's mad, isn't it? So what would you do? What in that sense then? Because I asked this question before on the stream this morning. What um what do you think is the worst type of driver on the road? Now you're a driving instructor. Do you think it's learner drivers, white van drivers, HGVs, buses, or taxi drivers? What do you think are the worst
Fucking
type of
taxi
drivers?
drivers.
Do you reckon it's the taxi drivers?
No, in all fairness, it's probably it, the worst, the worst out of them all. Yeah, taxi drivers, but it's people that are getting paid for a living.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Delivery drivers are a pain.
Oh yeah. Especially ones with bike.
Um, the ones that are doing a job are trying to get thingy with it, but I could probably do it. I could probably do a channel on bad taxi drivers. Like,
I'm not even disagreeing with you, lad. Do you know what I mean? Because the amount of time you're observing on the road as well. It's compared to
yeah,
driving, innit? You're actually at a passenger, and you're looking at their driving. You're looking all around you, aren't you? More than driving.
yeah,
You're 100% aware, like an owl on your neck. You know what I mean? So you must
yeah.
have some observations of like other people's driving. Do you know what I mean? So you're
I
like, ah,
can't even. I
Uber
can't
drivers
even
flying around.
sugarcoat it. I wish I could, as an ex-driver, an ex-taxi driver. I wish. I honestly wish I could sit here and say to you, "No, it's not you, lads. Don't worry, boys. Use the sound. What use the sound?"
Well, I asked before, right? I asked before the same thing on stream, yeah. And Andy, he just put a comment in now laughing. Andy, me accountant, he said
Yeah,
before, he went, "Oh, definitely taxi drivers." And I went, "Mate, you just peed off like 95% of your paying customers." Do you know what I mean? And he's like, I know, sorry, but it is the taxi drivers. And to be honest, you're not wrong, are you? Do you know what I mean? Most of the
it's
time,
not.
you see a guy in a 55 in the middle lane on the motorway, and it's a cab driver, isn't it?
I want to sit here and defend us, mate. I honestly do, but I'm not a liar. I'm an honest lad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Let me just a couple of comments there quick. Blah, blah, blah. When did you pass your par three?
1st of December.
Nice. Sheffield is the hardest part from London. Sergeant Rat, I think that's Kyle in our group. Yeah, mate, you had a nightmare passing, didn't you? Change, did you consider doing a driving instructor training self-taught, not with a school? I don't know if you can do that, can you?
You you can, yeah, but
You can do it
I
completely on your
think
own.
personally, Yeah, you can. You don't have to. You don't have to. I mean, you've got to have a. You've got to have your 40 hours. Well, it's essentially 60 hours. 40 hours apply for your badge, and an additional 20 once you've got your badge. You've got to have that signed off by a full ADI instructor.
Okay, but the rest of it you can do yourself.
But the rest, like I didn't go to a driving instructor until my part two, just to get rid of me bad habits of driving.
Yeah.
So I done all my theory and everything on my own, and then I went and got in touch with an instructor. The first instructor that I was with, had been doing the job for 15 years. He's a viewer of your channel as well, Matty. You might pop on. That was, oh, what was his name? Was his firm? Matt is the instructor, and it was Driving Lessons Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
He was my original instructor from the start, but he gave the job up and ended up becoming. I think he's working for Cobalt now as a plumber.
Is he? Yeah. Bloody hell,
Yeah, he had all.
Job change, innit?
He had all the qualifications, or he was going through the course, and he passed his first level or first year in the plumbing course, and that's where he just shut his driving school down. Boom. Number one on Google, he was, I believe.
Wow! Didn't he even just pass it on or feed the workout?
Far as I'm aware, no. He just went, "Oh, I'm just shutting it down, mate. See you later." And that's when I went to Ashley Neal. Then Ashley Neal was my first choice originally, but a lad that I know was using Matt from Driving Schools Liverpool, and he recommended him. So usually from my past, recommendations always come first. You know what I mean?
100%, mate. So especially personal recommendations.
Yeah.
Yeah. So change.
So I ended up with.
Mick, you
I
can
ended up full.
Website and Google Ads in a week. You can build a customer base 3 to 6 months. Get wheel driving on YouTube as top for ADI content. And anyone beeping a learner needs a head examined.
I do agree with that.
I kind of agree. I think
I agree with all them points. To be fair,
anyone on the road has been in that position and should be able to relate to that position, even if it's 20 years later.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I agree. And the worst thing is, right? It's not the beeping that does me. It's the seeing the learner board on top of the car, and then either cutting them up or pulling out in front of them.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing you can do to a learner, because at the end of the day, they've got out what hours they might have, and you might be lucky in they're close to test and they're up to test standard there enough, and they'll be able to deal with it. But that pupil that you're cutting up, jumping out in front of, or zooming past and overtaking, they're the worst ones, mate. I'll be totally honest with you. A beep you can deal with, you can forget about. But the ones that put you up or jump out of the junction in front of you, you really are playing with fire, because that pupil could, yeah, you've got us next to him with the pedal and we'll stop them and blah, blah, blah.
It's not the point, though, is it? You know what I
But
mean?
they could panic that much. They could steer away from you and smash into the car next to us.
Well, not even that as well, mate. You could burn the confidence, couldn't you? They could be on the third lesson
And that.
completely put them off driving, just doing something as mental as that.
You'd be surprised how nervous people are getting in that seat for the first time.
Really, yeah.
You will be. I've had people I've been bit. I've already been bit in the 6 months that I've been doing it. People come in there and tell the truth and say, "I'm fresh. I haven't done it." Blah blah blah. But then there's people that'll sit in there and say, "Oh, yeah, I've had 20 hours with manual. I just don't like it with automatic." So I've went, "Oh, okay, go on, get in. Let's see what you can do."
Oh, they lied.
Mate, he was steering the wheel with one hand like that. I know you can't see me, but I'm like,
I can
think
see
of.
you, by the way. I can see you.
Oh, can you?
Can't see me. Yeah, yeah.
So he was steering the wheel like that, flapping the thing, and the car was like bump, bump. I was like that in the seat, and I was like, "Are you sure you've had 20 hours of tuition?" Do you know what I mean? And then I had to go straight back to the car park with them. And now, no matter what you tell me when you sit in that seat, we start on the car park.
Really? Yeah. So you gauge them beforehand.
Yeah, Matty, you could come for lessons to me, mate. I'd take you to the car park.
Not even me. Lad, you took me on a lesson and it failed dramatically. By the
No,
way,
but
guys, if you haven't seen the
that's
YouTube video of me and Mick doing a driving lesson, you need to go and see it. It's on YouTube. I'm pretty sure if you search like driving Matty driving lesson or something like that, it'll come up. But yeah, honestly, it's been flipping. It's been a journey for you, like, hasn't it?
yeah, it has. But when you like the biggest thing for me, it's still a job. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm doing my dream job. I'm
Yeah.
made up and I'm springing my step and jumping out of my bed to go to work in the morning. It's not. Do you know what I mean? I'm not in that love for the job. Um, I'm still going out doing 45 hours a week, sometimes more. But I'm doing 9 to 6, Monday to Friday. I have evenings off and I have weekends off.
Exactly.
The,
Exactly, mate.
that
Straight away.
is
But hey,
brilliant for me. Do you know what I mean?
put the money aside, put the training aside, put everything aside. 9 till 6, Monday to Friday, weekends off, evenings off. Give me an example of like a mad week when you were on the airport.
Jeez.
Do you know what I mean?
I sleep 8 hours a night. That's a big thing. That's a bigger thing than weekends and evenings off.
Exactly. So do you go to bed every night and you wake up in the morning like a human being?
I do, yeah, but I'm still a shit sleeper, to be totally honest. And I think that's me coming out of the 16 years of not sleeping or having a great sleeping pattern.
Do you think about in the summer holidays, you could literally go airport run 6 a.m. home, little nap, midday, back 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 a.m., 4 a.m., 8 a.m., 10 o'clock, and you're just like that in between the jobs, can't you? You know what I mean?
Napping in between, yeah. That's
Or
especially in the
especially on
summer on the
the
airport.
stupid busy times.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It's like you said, to have that 9 till 6 and nothing else must be brilliant.
I'd say when you get in and you get in at 6:30 at night. I finish at 6. 'Cause my diary works out. I 9:15, 90 minutes, half an hour break. 11:15, 90 minutes, half an hour break. 1:15, finish at 2:45, get the kids from school, have a coffee at home, go and do an half 4 till 6 o'clock, home at 6:30 at night,
Done.
switch off.
Done.
That's it, Monday to Friday.
Because obviously sometimes, mate, on the taxis you could have been dropping off at Birmingham and then driving home for 2 hours or whatever. Like, what have you got, like a work region?
Well, I live in Nogsy now, as you know, don't you?
Yeah.
So I cover all round L11, L9, L10, L12, L13. And because me lad still goes to school in L7, I'll do L6 and L7 as well.
Yeah. But are you choosing those postcodes?
Yeah.
So I mean, could you take ones in like St. Helens if it was quiet, or something like
If I wanted to, yeah. So originally I started from postcodes from L8 all the way down to L9 or L10. Originally I was covering anything right across there, but it got to the point where I was taking L9 and L10, and a couple of me L8s were clashing. Like I had an L9 and then an L8,
miles away from each other.
and I've got half an hour
Yeah.
to get from here to there. Now, half an hour is not too bad, but sometimes you'd shave it.
Yeah, hey, that's what I mean. Friday evening, you could struggle to do that in half an hour, or the footies on, or
Yeah,
something like that.
that's what I mean. Now, I'm even like my biggest one that I've struggled with. She's actually got a test on Wednesday morning,
Good
and
luck.
that's my last L8. Hopefully, if she passes out, but she does 4:30 slots, and I drop my kids back off at home in Nogsy. I have to leave at like 10 to 4, so I don't even get me coffee, what I normally have every other day.
Because you literally school runs straight out.
Yeah, so to me to get from L11 to L8 at 3:30 in the afternoon, it takes me half an hour, 40 minutes.
Wow, that's mad, that, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? So
Crazy.
me Tuesdays, because she has a slot every Tuesday, is basically drop the kids off, run in for the toilet, and then get back straight out for my lesson. Where my other days are not as bad. I can go in, have a coffee, and then go back out. But hopefully she passes on Wednesday, and that journey is no more L8, yeah. So that's where I got a little bit bitten when I was setting up what I'm going to do, where I'm going to do it, and that's why you've got to be careful with it as well.
Yeah, that makes sense, because obviously, if it affects your next appointment, you'll lose that hour and a half appointment, won't you? Or you have to move
Yeah,
it
well,
half an hour
you've got to try and set your diary up for times 100%. Like I know lads that are doing an hour lessons and they're able to fit 6 in a day or 7 in lessons in a day, but I'm only doing 4 for 90 minutes, which is a nice little sweet spot, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be like doing six, 7 different people, different students, different. Do you know what I mean? Because every
Every
student's
day,
different, isn't it? Every training method,
100%.
how you deal with
Yeah.
them, it must be different of every student. Do you know what I
Well,
mean?
this is another thing I'm happy with what I've got as well, because I feel after, like, I've tried it. I've tried to do 5 lessons and do an evening one as well. It's I just don't feel like I'm giving 100% on a certain lesson throughout the day when
Yeah.
I'm doing 5 a day. Do you know what I mean? I feel like they're not going to get the value for money of getting taught because I'm half-hearted and me attention's like, just let me get home now. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not even exaggerating. My driving instructor used to sleep on my lessons when I done mine years ago. He literally have a little,
It's,
he literally have a little nap. Go, listen, lad, drive over there, and then have a little nap on the passenger seat. I'm not even exaggerating, man. That's not a lie. It's 100% the truth. But we're talking 20 years ago now. Do you know what I mean? And it was
yeah,
I think it was 10 quid a lesson, or 12 quid a lesson. But if you bought 10, you get it for 200 quid a 10 a lesson. And that brings me on
yeah.
to Change's message on YouTube. How much do you charge per hour? Or obviously your 1.5 hours.
So the rate is 40 an hour, but I do minimum of 90 minutes. So I get £60 a lesson.
£60 a lesson for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Can you bulk it?
yeah. Can you what?
Can you bulk it? Can you bulk buy it? Like, can you do like 10 lessons?
So yeah, you can buy 10 hours. There's guys out there that do crash courses. I don't do crash courses, but if you buy 10 hours, then you can get it for a rate of 38 an hour. So it's 380 quid for 10-hour blocks.
Okay, so for hour and a half blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you wanted to do, you can't do 10 of them, can you?
No, it's 10 hours you're buying. So you'll get, what's that, 6 lessons, 7 lessons out of it?
I don't know, my maths is awful. Well, 5 plus halves is 7.5 lessons, isn't it?
7.5, but then so you'll
8, like 8.
5, 6, 8 lessons you'll get out of it, yeah. But then if you buy another 10 hours after that, then obviously your credit is still there from that.
Oh, okay, just tallies over.
Just tallies over. Like,
Change on YouTube. Are you driving instructor by any chance? How busy is it for automatic lessons? I heard there's still a massive demand for lessons.
it is. As far as I'm aware, I'm not struggling for pupils.
So I spoke to a few a while back, and a lot of the old timers, no offense if you're old, a lot of the old times, old school guys are still stuck in the way with manual. But a lot of people don't want to do manual no more. They want to do automatic. Do you reckon
At the
that's
end,
kind of right?
no, not really.
Really?
I don't know really because I haven't really met many old timers coming from manual to auto, so maybe they're
Oh no,
sticking
no,
with
that's what I
the.
mean. That's what I mean. Sorry, I mean they're all still on manual. but it feels like
Yeah,
the
but
Madden's on
it's not.
automatic because the lack
No,
of
not really.
instructors.
From what I've gathered, mate, it's, believe it or not, it's a male and female divide.
Right.
In this generation, it seems like I'm teaching a 17-year-old lad, and he passed his mate to me, but his mate was doing manual before he come to me. So the generation's just in between right now, where they're just starting to realise
Yeah.
that everything, the future is auto.
Yeah, I get you.
So
Do you
I
reckon
think the
lads still
next
want to do
generation
manual?
coming up,
Fast and Furious gear changes, isn't it?
yeah, I think the next generation, what's coming up, will be fully auto. But right now we're still in a split divide of manual and auto. The transition's still like that.
Yeah, I get
Whereas
you.
it used to be all manual, didn't it?
Yeah.
Then now it's fizzling out, and we're in a transition period where everyone's crossing over to auto. Bring in the next generation, and it'll just be auto, 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 auto.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I was manual because when I was younger, there was no autos unless it was like a Merc or a Bugatti. Do you know what I mean? Every other car was manual, really, weren't it? When I passed my test.
Well,
But
it was
my
hard to
wife
find an
passed.
automatic instructor when I was doing mine.
That's what I mean. It was doing near impossible, so I done manual. And then my wife passed about 5, 6 years ago. And I said to her, let's go straight to auto. I never I haven't drove manuals in 10, 15 years anyway. So I said to her, we'll share a car anyway. Just go auto. But I reckon my son's
What I
16.
say to people when they come to me about like thingy, I just say, you walk into a showroom now, you'll be sold an automatic car.
Yeah, 100%.
I honestly believe that, because I'm pretty sure you were on a topic about how many diesels were sold from someone the other week, or
Yeah.
was it this week? One
No.
of your videos, did they say?
So I'm going to do a video on it this week to see what people are
Okay, I
saying.
knew I read it somewhere.
Yeah. So what's happening? So new cars of 2025, every new car of 2025, 4.2, 4.2% of new cars last year were diesel.
Yeah.
4.2%. But the biggest seller was petrol.
Okay.
So petrol's still big compared to diesel. And then I think
So
the third was electric, and then it
I
went
task you.
hybrid, plug-in hybrid.
I task you to get the stats on auto and manual.
That will be interesting. But don't forget though, every electric, every hybrid, every plug-in hybrid is auto. They don't do manual gearboxes.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying,
Yeah.
if
I'll
you
get
walk
them
into a
give them a shout
showroom
now.
today, you'll be sold an automatic, because a hybrid or electric vehicle is what they're pushing.
I done a news article and I've got the list here, one sec. So it says, where is it? Let me find the list. Because when I seen this, it surprised me. So the top selling car at 39% of the total market for new cars last year was petrol. Second,
Okay.
with 32%, was BEV, which is your full electric, right?
Yeah.
Third was 12% of the market was hybrids. 11%, which is
Okay.
just behind, for plug-in hybrid, 11%. And then last but not least was diesel at 4.2%. So every
Okay.
100 cars sold last year, 4 of them was diesels. Diesels is a dying car by the looks of it. Do you know what I mean?
Wonder why that
It don't
is.
surprise me though, how petrols are so high. Petrols are nearly 40% of the total sales.
Yeah, but does that include the hybrids though?
No, because hybrids got
Own
their own
section.
thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm surprised at.
Yeah, HEV, I'm pretty sure is a hybrid. HEV. Hybrid electric vehicle, yeah. So
Yeah.
the petrol, which has got the most sales at 89%, is completely petrol. Do you know what I mean? But it has dropped though, because the year
Yeah.
before it was 42%.
So it's slowly coming down then.
So electrics on the rise, hybrids have stayed the same, plug-in hybrids are on the rise, petrol's dropped by 3%, and diesel's dropped by another 0.8%. So diesels are going, petrols are slowly going, by the looks of it, and electric, hybrids staying the same. I spoke to Sean, I was doing the reviews the other day, and I've heard hybrids are going next. They're pushing hybrids
Yeah.
out next. So the last one to stand is going to be plug-in hybrid, because you can run on full electric for a short period of time, and then it's just going to be electric.
Yeah.
Unless something else comes out, like unless something
Which
else
is,
comes
you
out.
look at your hybrids and your electrics are all auto. So if you put their percentages together,
Yeah,
it outweighs it
everything.
all, doesn't it?
That's what I mean.
So
But
there's
yeah,
your
well, it's
autos to your manuals. See even them petrols that are on in the top, there could be autos in there as well. Do you know what I mean? So definitely automatics the way forward, I think, and that's why I went automatic learner.
because it's a
I
feature.
wanted to be. I originally, my original thought was to go and do manual, but coming to when it come to the crunch of buying my car or leasing the car that I wanted, me instructor himself said go auto, and he's been in the game for 22 years plus.
Well, we've got some conflicting information here online, so it'll be interesting to see. So Raf on Twitch has put 29% of new cars sold were automatic, but in 2024, and Ben is saying only 20% of new car sales are manual. So they're both on the polar opposites. But by the information I'm looking at, petrol and diesel can both be manual and automatic, right? And they only hold 43% of the total market. Plug-in hybrid and electric hold about 60, close to 60% of the total market, and they're all automatic. So even if you're saying 50% of petrol and diesels are now manual and automatic, you're talking 80% are automatic going into the future.
Yeah,
So I think Ben's more closer with that information by the looks of these figures. Do you know what I mean? I really
yeah,
do think I spoke to Sean, and he sells, the Kia Neros and stuff. He talks with Kia and Hyundai quite a lot, and he said to me
yeah,
that Hyundai and Kia and all them, they're slowly pulling away massively from your complete hybrids, your Kia Neros. They're going to be going into more plug-in hybrid and then full electric. Do you know what I mean? Look at
yeah,
all the Ionic ranges and all the EV ranges, EV3, EV4, EV5, EV6, EV9s, EV8s or whatever. They're all electric coming out now. It'll be interesting to see, because they're all getting fines, aren't they? So if you don't just say, and
yeah.
this is a complete guess, but just say BMW doesn't sell 80% electrical plug-in hybrid vehicles, they get fined millions. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That percentage was obviously a made-up percentage, but that's what the government's doing now. And then next year, the percentage gets bigger and the fines get bigger. So they're forcing all the manufacturers to go electric.
Yeah, well, that's the way they're going to fizzle it out.
Which brings
We've knew
auto,
that from
obviously.
day one, haven't we?
Wouldn't you go into an electric now? Because you're set. Like, how many miles you do a day? I'm guessing an electric car could do your mileage.
Um, Daily, I haven't really looked daily mileage. Well, I will do it. I'm on a 3-year lease, so I'll think of that in 2 years' time.
What, think about going electric?
Yeah, because I've got a driveway now as well. So
Yeah, no, that'd be probably better for you, the morning, because overnight charging, you're not working nights, so you can benefit from the overnight charging, and then it only costs you 2p a mile. How much petrol are you putting in
yeah,
it a week?
works out around 50 a week, I think. A full tank costs me 40 quid,
Yeah.
but then I'm filling up on a Monday, and then I'm probably filling up back up on the Saturday, Sunday, depending.
So we what about 50 quid a week then, give or take?
Give or take 50 quid a week, yeah.
So that's 200 quid a month. I reckon an electric car, if you can settle a car for the same price you're getting that, I reckon an electric car will probably do you about getting that down to probably about 30 quid a month, maybe 20 quid a month that
Yeah,
for your home
it is
charge.
gonna. That's the next step. Like I say, 2 years time, I might go electric, but I'm not buying any Tesla if that's what you're trying to get me to do.
Lad, how can we not go for a live stream about you enjoying the I Hate Elon Musk club? Hey, guys, if you've watched this channel before and you've watched the podcast back in the day, as soon as you mention Tesla or Elon, Mick gets a bit angry. Mick gets a bit angry. You do, don't you?
I hate him.
Yeah, so forcing people to go electric, not by choice, mobility is making electric look more popular. You are right. I don't think electric should be forced because if you can't get the full benefits of an electric vehicle, like your home charging and stuff like that, it's a bit unfair. Really, if you didn't have off-street parking and you got forced into an electric and you're paying 20p a mile on a rapid charger, it's not really fair, is it? Do you know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we
That's
So,
that.
what, go on?
That's one thing I wouldn't do. That if it didn't have a home charger, I definitely wouldn't buy an electric car.
No, not worth.
No,
It's not worth it.
it's not pointless, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I know that now as well because I, well, the, you know the lad who used to have the electric car, don't you? I don't want to name drop anyone, to be totally honest. And he used to always rave about it when he first had it. But now when you speak to him about it, he now drives a bus.
Oh, yeah.
He lives quite far away.
Yeah. No, you're not about, yeah.
Now when you speak about it, it's the bane of his life, that electric vehicle.
Yeah. Mate, there's loads of people who's done it. Do you know what I mean? But like,
Do you know what I mean? So,
I'm the opposite. I've had buses and I've had thingies, and I love everything about the electric car. But the guy you're on about, mate, had a very bad example of an electric car, by the way. Do you know what I mean? Hey,
yeah.
it's like me going, hey, I don't like being in a bus because I had the high-end i800. Do you get me? It's like he had a
Mm.
very bad example of an electric car, like the MG5 is not a good example of a flipping electric car, mate.
Well, is that
What?
are you comparing it to a Tesla, or are you comparing it to?
A lot of other nice, right? There's so much nicer cars than the MG5. I sat in the MG5 and I went, oh, it was a horrible car to be in, mate. I didn't like it. Do you know what I mean? But if
Yeah,
you're
but
sat
not
in like,
just. That's not what you're looking at, though, is it? Really, when you compare an electric, you're looking at what you get mileage wise, and
yeah, but he had no miles either, did he? What's the mileage? What's the mileage range of an MG5? About 160, 170.
is
He
it?
did.
I thought it was a
He had
little bit
50
more than
miles
that.
to get to Manchester Airport. No wonder he
Yeah,
hated it.
but back that was first time though when he first come out, weren't he? That was the market, wasn't it?
That's what I mean. So, I'm trying to say he's hating it now because old news and old car. Do you get me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get at. If you got now in a long range Model Y, that's over 300-mile range, fits all kind of
Really?
suitcases, rapid charges and dead cheap on the super. It's a whole different ball game, isn't it? Do you
Yeah,
know
I
what I mean?
suppose. Now it is, but we're talking 2, 3 years down the line, aren't we, from what was available back then?
100%, mate, 100%. So
Do you know
change
what
your
I mean? So
Mick, get your own second-hand EV, 12 to 15k, and compare to settle, it's yours outright in 18 months. So what Change is saying is it's purely financial. EV, you'll save thousands in a year. Change what you drive, and I am a driving instructor. But what he's saying is though, can you buy your own learner car?
yeah, of course you can.
Can you?
Yeah, you just got to get Jules fitted, haven't you?
How's the duals fit? How's that cost?
It only cost about. I think you can get them. I think He-Man's ones charge about 450 to fit.
So wait there, you could
Supply them
get your
fitted.
own. As an example, you could get a Tesla Model 3 second hand for about 11 grand, 2p a mile, and then you pay 500 quid to get pedals in, and then that's it.
Yeah, well, as long as Tesla, whatever you just mentioned, that just takes dual controls, then yeah.
So
You obviously got to do
how
your
did that
research.
upset
That
me?
as long as the car can be fitted with dual controls, you can have it. Doesn't matter what car it is.
Mate, that'd save you a fortune, lad. Like, what changes saying about a 12 to 15 grand second-hand EV home charged? That would save you an absolute fortune, Mick, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, that's like I say, I went into a lease, didn't I? Because I weren't expecting. Is it 2 year lease or three? I can't remember how many. I think it might be 2 years.
Yeah.
Um, the reason I went into a lease is because you don't know whether you're going to pass part three, do you? So the deal I had is the deal I got was within the first 12 months of my lease. If you don't pass your part three, you can just hand the car back.
Where if you went out and bought a 15 grand car, put pedals in it and everything else, and never passed, you waste the money.
I never passed. I'll be stuck with it.
That makes more sense now. So as soon as your lease is up, you're gonna weigh
So
up
when my
another
lease is
lease
up, I can
or
go
keep
and
buying
I
your
can
own.
explore a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. That makes more sense. That because change is just put. Matt, I'm doing my driving instructor training. Only embarked recently, so it might take a while with test backlog. So change has just started to be a driving instructor then.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. And Reaper Curse on Kick. Gives a little follow, mate, if you don't mind. I hear the taxi driver will pay even more with an electric car now compared to petrol diesel. So taxi drivers will pay even more. In what way, mate? They'll pay more in what, an electric? They won't, mate. No chance they'll pay more than a petrol diesel, mate. And I've heard it's hard to pass the course to be a driving instructor. Is this true? Yes, what you missed at the start of the stream, you should be able to rewatch it later. To summarise, there was like loads of exams and about 4 grand. And how long did it take you from start to finish, Mick? How many months?
Well, February 19th will be when 2 years when I pass me 30. So 20 months in total to actually fully pass out.
So what, year and a half coming up to 2 years?
Yeah.
There you go, Reaper. So yeah, about 4 grand, up to 2 years to pass and loads of exams. To be honest, mate, it sounds horrific. I'm not gonna lie.
So you've got 60 hours of training, which is a requirement. Well, it's not a requirement actually, even unless you want a trainee badge, but I would recommend it. But you got 3 tests, 60 hours of training, 4 grand, and 2 years.
Yeah, that's bad then.
That's the summary.
What time's your next lesson, by the way?
1:15.
Is it? I've just gone over the 12 o'clock as well. That's flipping flew, that mixing as you joined on. It was a quiet stream today. It was a dead quiet stream, and I was like, I was waiting for you. And then you come on then and it just flew.
Rescued the day for you then, eh?
Yeah, sometimes these streams are like dead busy or dead slow. Just depends on the day and what's happening and stuff. But it feels like January, even in our WhatsApp group and Discord chat, just feels like everyone's just not on not online. They're just kind of like climbed into a little flipping depressive
I
hole
tell
on
you what, though,
January.
doesn't it normally January drags? We're on the 20th of January already.
I know. Yeah, but you're not
19th,
on the
sorry.
cabs, don't we? It's dragging for
Is
all
it
the cab
just me
drivers,
or is
like.
it the same?
No, I think it's just because you're not on the cabs no more, mate.
Maybe it is dragging for you taxi drivers.
Yeah, I haven't flipping stopped this January, mate. It's been flipping mental.
Yeah, I don't know. That one of the pupils mentioned it to me the other day when it was about the 15th of January, and he went, "The 15th of January already? I get paid in a week."
No way, mate. Yeah, hey, Reach just put in there, kick. I'm trying to learn 180 routes for my taxi knowledge test. Right now, I'm waiting 3 months just for my medical to be paid for via the funding I'm getting. Just need to know what you're doing just to keep talking and interacting, really. Wait, what test is 180
118
routes?
routes. Who's that
180?
for?
180
18.
routes?
I thought it said 18.
Wow.
What council's that?
Don't know. Cardiff. 180 routes. Is that to be private hire or is that to be taxi? I don't even know. Is that different in Wales? Did you have private hire and taxi in Wales? Private hire, yeah. Wow, it's mental, that Reaper. So why are
No
you getting
way.
it funded, mate? Can you afford it yourself, or is it that expensive? Or I'm waiting 3 months for my medical to be paid for via funding. But you need to rush the funding up, lad, if you haven't got it already. I'm not working right now. Oh, it's like a benefit thing. I get you. That's a nightmare, that lad. So the funding helps. Yeah, mate, Jesus. Mad, that, isn't it? 180 routes. And you left your job back in May last year. Flipping heck, you must be bored, lad. Jesus. That's heavy, that, isn't it? So yeah, once you got 180 routes, mate, so what'll happen is you'll learn those 180 routes and then you'll sat nav as soon as you from the first day that you start driving, lad. Finished, haven't it? I've just learned
Yeah.
100. I've just learned 180 routes. Brilliant. I'm just
No, but
qualified. Yes. Sat nav.
still, still though, mate. We said at the start of the stream, it's got to be stricter. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%. 100% need restrictor. I don't mind. I don't mind the knowledge test. Do you know what I mean? Just to give you that basic. Obviously, the routes is a bit extreme. You don't need the routes, but just the general knowledge of like, where's this hotel? Where's this? You know what I mean? You know, like the places. What's the places one
Yeah,
called?
the POIs and the multiple choice. I think Liverpool's got it to a T. To be fair.
Yeah, yeah. I reckon Liverpool's blob on. POIs, multiple choice, little bit of routes, multiple choice. You only have to know the basics, and
Yeah,
also your maths and English tests.
yeah.
And the maths and English tests are purely just to stop you from like being thick. It is though, and it's just common knowledge. It's like a common
Yeah,
knowledge test, and it? To make sure you can flip and read and write and speak in it. Do you know what I mean? Just
yeah.
like just the basic.
Make sure you can type the amount into the card reader.
That's what I mean, like, you think, or give change. Do you know what I mean? Some people can't even speak English. I went to get change off someone who can't speak English. Oh my god, big message here. Hey, let me read this on. In Newport, only 40 plus routes to get their badge. So, but they work in Cardiff. Sorry if you answered that about the mileage. I dropped off a few minutes ago. I wasn't sure if it was answered. Thanks for doing this live, Mick and Matt, for putting it together. Very useful top banana. No worries, mate. We do try. Lee on Facebook's got a flipping essay here. See, if I never done my basic test here, I wouldn't be able to read this because this is a journey I'm going on. Lee, got an electric car, Ionic 6. I love it, but then been waiting 4 months on the council for a dropped curb before I can build my drive. So costing me 120 quid a week in Lecky. Is it the same as me Mondeo? I'm not bothered for now. Bring on me drive. I love the car, so F it. In 2007, I had a Skoda Octavia 2 litre TFI petrol. A 12-hour shift cost me 50 quid in fuel. Young and stupid, I had that car 2 years. I put 20,000 in fuel tank. Only cost 14 grand. In 6 months, old price difference from now. Lee, you hit the nail on the head, mate. And that's why I always say the home charging's where it's at. But Lee, where are you rapid charging it, mate? 120 quid a week in Lecky at 39p a kilowatt. Mate, that's cheap Lecky as well, like, So you're putting some serious miles on, aren't you? 120 quid a week in Lecky's a lot, isn't it? Rapid charging or not. Lee, have
Yeah,
a
that.
look at getting a Tesla account, mate, for 10 quid a month. And then you can charge off peak with Teslas dead cheap. Do you know what I mean? And if you're in Liverpool, car and cab cares charges are only 38p per kilowatt, capped. So that's an option as well. But yeah, that's expensive. And that's why we say, don't we? Go electric when you can home charge. Because you might as well, you're paying up a high upfront cost for an electric car, and then you're putting in the same as a petrol or diesel. You might as well just buy the
Yep.
petrol or diesel.
One
Do
hundred
it.
percent. Like if you've got the infrastructure to home charge, lucky. If you haven't, hybrid. We've said that from the start, haven't we?
Yeah, we've said that before. It's even become a main thing. 6 days. I can't remember what you asked me for. What was 6 days? 6 days. Oh, 6 days work. 20. That seems steep. That la. Reeve, considering they say electric cars are cheap but it sounds so expensive, it is if you don't do it correctly, mate. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So, like, with your electric cars, if you can home charge, it works out at 2p a mile. If you're using expensive rapid charges, it's 20p a mile. So there's massive differences between the home charge, overnight charge, and your rapid charging. Massive differences. I can't say that much. I'm going to use my MGZS as a taxi. Oh, the little SUV. It's all right, isn't it? Well, listen, Mick, do you want to call it a day, lads? We can go get some dinner. What time is it now?
Yeah, why not?
Are you having some dinner yourself now?
What time is it?
20 past
No,
12.
20 past 12.
That's what I mean. It flew, didn't it? What time do you come on? 11? Hour and 20 minutes, Mick. Flipping heck, lad.
It's right.
Mad, isn't it? Flying. Well, listen, as per usual,
Go and have a
guys, thanks
coffee
very
and
much for
then go.
tuning in. I will be back 10 a.m. or 9:30, 10 a.m. Friday. Live stream, YouTube, Twitch is the main ones, Kick, Facebook, TikTok and the others. And yeah, I'll see what special guest I can bring in on Friday. Nice one again, much appreciated, and I'll catch you all later. See you soon. Nice one, Mick. See you soon, matey.
See you later.
Have a good day.
See you later.